Wow. So it's so being an okay, before we get to why you'd shift from being a producer to going on the other side, which is the business side, talk about I'm Dreaming, because that's as New Jack as you can. And one of my favorite male singers, and he knows this, is Christopher Williams. All I see is my one of my top five songs. But
Yeah.
so I'm not going to play around with that. In fact, Horace said he co-wrote it and sang a background to it. But I'm dreaming. I mean, we all love New Jack City. It was a massive breakthrough album film. But how did you come up with the I'm dreaming?
Well, Hiram gave me an opportunity to go in his studio, to create something. So I called a friend from the church, Mark Middleton, to come in. Mark Middleton, who's the
No, no.
voice of Black.
Oh yeah, yeah. I met with them. Yeah, and he was always
Yeah,
singing when I met with. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know
yeah,
Mark.
that's
Yeah,
that's that's my guy. We
oh, he goes back that
we
far.
worked.
Wow.
Yeah, we were in the same church. We worked at the same church at the time when we were kids. And I would have all the guys, Mark Middleton, Josiah Spellman, like guys would just come in and sing the hooks. And we recorded the idea. We gave it to Hiram. Hiram met with Cassandra Mills, who I
Okay.
think was at Giant
Giants.
Record at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she loved the song and connected the song with Christopher Williams, and it was a hit.
So when you first met Christopher, and because he has such a, he's, I don't know, Teddy Pendergrass, Barry White, all moved
Yeah.
in. I mean, what was it like getting him in the studio and just trying to get him to turn he's like a Ferrari to help him to be able to balance the song?
Well, one, it was a little intimidating. One, because it was like my first big
Oh,
opportunity as a
oh,
producer,
wow.
right?
That's your first
And
track. Wow.
that was like my first song that I produced, like the
Wow.
very, very first that I produced by myself,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And Christopher already has this big personality. You know what I mean? He's a gentleman, but Christopher can, he's Christopher. He can be intimidating because he's
Yeah.
quiet. He's not saying much, you know. But after we got through that, we connected, and then I would come up with ideas on how I wanted him to execute the song, and he would just do it, and we've been tied to the hip since then.
Was Aaron Hall around when you were doing I'm Dreaming?
Aaron Hall, no, because Aaron Hall and them was gone. They was out with Guy. Guy was blowing up everything, so they were on the road doing Guy. But Aaron was around for
Oh,
sure.
okay. I think. Oh, okay. No, I thought I saw Christopher
But you gotta
talk.
understand, because Guy was on the soundtrack as well.
Yes, 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 yes. So New Jack Swing, New Jack City. Okay.
Yep.
No, I was wondering if because Christopher mentioned that he was recording a track. I thought it was I'm Dreaming. That Aaron just said, try and sing it like you're doing a Michael Jackson type of stuff.
That's
So
the song.
that's
That's
what.
the
Okay.
song.
So that's what I
Yes,
was wondering. Was
absolutely. Yes. Now that you yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Was he in the studio set record, or how did
In the
he?
studio.
Oh,
Yes.
Aaron was there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was one like my first opportunity. So all the homies, all the brothers would just come in, cheering me on, and just
Okay.
just so proud because I remember when Dreamin' went number one, the excitement and that Aaron had, and he was just so proud. And Teddy, all the guys, they were just really, really happy that I got that opportunity.
Wow. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, with yeah. It's so did it surprise you that it did get to number one? Was you surprised that they even shot a video for it that they was like, yeah, we're gonna push it out?
I was sitting home back in those days when they had video music box and all of
Yeah,
that kind of stuff, right?
yeah.
Something was happening, and I remember sitting on a couch and watching the video come on for the first time. I remember driving down Sixth Avenue in the Village, on West Third Street, when the song came on the radio. I remember everything about that song when I heard it or saw it for the first time, and it was just unbelievable to have a number one song like on the charts. I
On your
mean, to
first
be
go.
number one on the first go around, but to be number one in the whole country, Like, I don't care if it was for one day. You gotta say, like, one day I was #1 in the whole world.
Wow, and it's a timeless track. Is it's fitting for your record label, timeless music.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow. So what did you do next after I'm Dreaming?
After I'm Dreaming blew up, man, I was getting work. I started doing Charlie Wilson, Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown. I mean, you name it. It was just coming. It would not stop.
What did you do
I
with
just
Bobby?
I did a song on a Bobby project. It was a remix record called
Okay.
Songs in the Key of B. I did a
Okay.
song called I Want You, I Need You. Bobby Brown recorded.
Oh,
And
okay, okay.
yeah, so I did that song, and then Big Bub, and Today, I did a song with them. So I was working a lot,
Oh,
a whole lot.
Mike. And okay, and if we skip back, because you did remind us that your first sort of concert was with Guy. How did that come about? How did that come around that you got selected to tour with them?
Because we were hanging out. Aaron, they were inviting me to the studio when Teddy, watching the guys work. And then the tours came about, the opportunities. And being that I was in the room, I was there. They just said, come on and play keyboards. And Bernard Bell brought me in, and he was the MD, Bernard Bell.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Bernard. He brought me in because he was the musical director, and that's how I got the keyboard opportunity.
Did you meet with me and Gene Griffin?
I knew Gene. Yes, I knew Gene Griffin and Frank and all the guys. Yeah, I was there.
Was he as intimidating as everyone tells me when from
Well, you know what? Gene was a big, uh, physically fit guy. Just with a bald head and a mustache. Who, his appearance was intimidating, but to me, he was always a gentleman.
Mm.
Always a gentleman. I've never had any issues with Gene at all. He was always a kind gentleman to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, Damien even talks. I mean, Timmy, I just spoke to him last week, and he talked about how, as much as, the fallout with him leaving, they always say that Gene was like the most impeccably dressed person with diamonds, and he looked like
Sharp all the time. All the time. He was sharp.
wow.
Well dressed all the time. And I don't have the horror stories because I never had to deal with them
Yeah.
on that business level. I was just my only dealings where I was the keyboard player for the guy for a period of time. So I really never had any other dealings with him, but my interactions were always kind.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the Halftime Chat community. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly, why don't you consider being a member? That's a way of supporting the channel, but also getting a lot of videos ahead of time, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and some exclusive content that doesn't get shared. But anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for being part of Halftime Chat.
I begin to